One win away from the NLCS. Once again, will history repeat itself? That is the path the Padres are on at the moment after a 6-5 win in game three to take a 2-1 series lead over the Dodgers and a chance to close it out Wednesday in front of Petco Park, a scene that's going to be, I keep trying to find ways to describe it. It's just been unbelievable this postseason. And every night it feels like it can't possibly get better. But when you got a potential elimination game, just like we saw in 2022, remember what those scenes were like. My, oh my, that's what could be ahead of us. A Wednesday night, game four, we will discuss what we just saw. Game three against the Dodgers, that pivotal game three, the stat that they keep showing, what is it? 72% of teams that win game three go on to win this 5-game DS series. Unreal. Unreal. Absolute scenes at Petco Park, and that second inning was a movie. Incredible. Incredible things slowed down, but the bullpen, man, that bullpen lights out. So talking about game three with you on Friar Podcast. I love doing these recap pods. Appreciate everybody that is with us. Appreciate OGs, the sponsor of the On Friar Podcast. Thanks for all that they do for On Friar and for the NBC7 Sports Wrap team. If you can't get to the game, if you're not one of the 47,000 plus that gets to pack into Petco Park and be part of the immaculate vibes that we have seen throughout the entire season, but now in the postseason again, go to OG's. Great place to watch a game. Tons of TVs, great food, great beer, constantly updating their menu. Lots of locations around San Diego County, whether it's the Padres, whether it's college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays. Got the NBA starting up soon. OG's is a place to go to watch your game, your team, your sport of choice. So thanks to OG's. Without further ado, the walk-up music. It is the On Friar Podcast brought to you by NBC7. What a night at Petco Park. Padres take down the Dodgers 6-5 to take game three and a 2-1 series lead against Los Angeles. Once again, for the second time in 3 years, Dodgers on the ropes at Petco Park, a chance to close it out. Got with Tom DeLonge leading the course of all the small things late tonight. It makes you think. Rain falling Saturday night, Petco Park. Your mind can't help but go back there and just what the scene was, what the setting was, the reception was for that win. And the Padres are close. Padres are close once again to recreating that. And just an incredible performance to take game three, 6-5. Michael King didn't have his best stuff. Offense went quiet late in the late innings again, as they have throughout the postseason, really with Sunday's win being the lone exception. But that second inning, man, that second inning was enough to hold off, despite the grand slam from Teoscar Hernandez, to hold off Los Angeles and to take that 2-1 series lead. Thrilled to be with you. Appreciate everybody being with us for these live post-game recap pods. We've had the biggest audiences we've enjoyed on YouTube, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm flying solo, so if you're watching, please get in the chat. Love to hear from you. Love to hear what you think about tonight's win, what you enjoy the most, how you're feeling going into Wednesday's potential closeout game. So this is cool. This is a lot of fun. Definitely want to hear from you. So again, get in the chat if you're watching live on YouTube. What a night. I've got Twitter open. Let's see what we hear. Here we go. JCal619. Appreciate you getting in the chat. Let's go Padres. And how awesome was it to have Jorge Alfaro throw out the first pitch? Jorge, I think it was against the Braves. Game 2 against the Braves. Jorge is back on Twitter, getting everybody fired up. Yes, the Padres won. Not the series, but they won the game, and a very important game at that. So having Jorge Alfaro in the building throw out the first pitch, That was cool, man. And obviously the originator of LFGSD, let's bleep and go. To have him on the field doing that was really, really cool. The Raven Elite, in Suarez we trust, Padre faithful. Robert Suarez, man, what a story he has been, from game 2 against the Braves to close them out. And then again tonight, a 4-out save. Yeah, Jason chiming in. What a game. Suarez looks like he is back. And what a boost that is for the Padres, because going into the postseason, you wondered, like, what's the weak spot for this team? It could be the back end of the bullpen. It could be the 9th inning. And Robert Suarez was, I've already mentioned the score, haven't I? 6-5 Padres over the Dodgers. Grand slam was a heart stopper, but yes, Robert Suarez looking all the way back, which is just fantastic for this team. And how about Mike Schilt having the faith, in Robert Suarez, not just to go to him in the 9th, but a 4-out save in a situation like that. He closes out the 8th inning. Was it Teoscar Hernandez going righty on righty after Tanner Scott faced Freddie Freeman? Obviously, we know what Teoscar did in the 3rd inning with the grand slam that made it a game from 6-1 to 5-1. Then Muncy, Smith, and Lux to close things out. So big ups to Robert Suarez holding it down, and Mike Schilt having the faith in him to put him in that position to do what he's done really all season, and not get thrown off by some of his struggles there in the month of September. Isaac, I appreciate you. Can't sleep here in South Carolina. Go Padres. We killed it. Thanks for going live. Pleasure is all ours. Yes, Maria, friend of the pod. Alfaro throwing the first pitch tonight. That was awesome. Sure was. Job is not finished. JCal 619. No, it is not. No, it is not. It's a close series. It is a short series, I should say. And with these short series, quick, dramatic momentum swings, which we saw Sunday, which continued today. But then if you don't take care of business on Wednesday, you got to go back to Dodger Stadium. So we'll revel in this tonight, certainly. But this team has just been so good at, like, staying focused, taking care of their business, not getting too high, not getting too low, and just doing what they need to do one game to the next, flushing the bad ones, moving past the good ones. And this is a heck of a good one to move past. But you trust just in the way that they've taken care of business so far, that they can move. It's similar to what they did against the Braves, right? 3-game series. That's essentially what this was, when it got to Petco Park. Tied at 1-1, 3-game series. Now they're back in the situation they were against the Braves. Obviously, there was no opportunity for them to go back to Atlanta, so that makes this even more threatening. But, Mike Schilt and the team locked back in for game 2 against Atlanta. You expect them to do the same thing now against the Dodgers. Never going to be easy, but love to be in the position that they are in. Jason, yeah, took guts to take Scott out and put Suarez in. It did. It did, especially with some of the questions around Robert Suarez. Maybe he answered those in game 2 against Atlanta to a degree, but still, big time move there for Mike Schilt. Taku Racer, as quoting Jorge Alfaro, let's freaking go San Diego. Checking in from Nashville, Tennessee. I love that. Are you in sight of the goalposts from the Vandy win over Bama there in Nashville? Anyone else from the Mississippi River? Appreciate everybody hopping on from wherever you might be, enjoying this Padres win and the celebration. Yeah, as Isaac, I don't think anybody's going to sleep anytime soon. Made your night, made a lot of everybody's night. Can't go to sleep now. Beat LA, and we got get rid of that one. Yes, checking in from Mississippi State. This is a family program. Okay, we've got some info on game 4 before we dig deeper into game 3. Kevin Acee, among others. Dylan Cease will start game 4 for the Padres. So that was the big question. Now, what the Padres do? Mike Schilt didn't have an answer yesterday, didn't have an answer pregame. Certainly can understand why. And now we know Dylan Cease short rest goes on Saturday. So yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3 days off between starts. He was in the bullpen. If you saw on player introductions today, made me kind of curious about what the plan was there. Maybe just kind of staying ready. But that is the game 4 plan with the win. Dylan Cease back on the mound, and Dylan's a competitor, so I'm sure he's fired up about that opportunity. Didn't necessarily have his best stuff on Saturday, and so he's had plenty of rest. It was like a week and a half or whatever between starts going into game 1, and so we'll see what they can get out of Dylan Cease tomorrow night. Wasn't sure if it's going to be Martin Perez or a bullpen type game. Now you got a starter on the mound, and I would think a complement of arms behind him in case he's only able to get you a handful of innings. Let's see, what else do we have? One of the moments from this game, Manny Machado. How about that second inning? That second inning that fueled this victory, 6 runs across. Machado singles to center. Then Jackson Merrill grounds into a fielder's choice to first. They make the throw to second. Manny Machado veers in to the infield onto the grass a little bit just to obstruct Freddie Freeman enough, and throwing air by Freddie Freeman from his knees that gets by. Machado gets to third, and Jackson Merrill stays aboard. And Chelsea Janes tweeting, Freeman on Machado's running on the inside path when he got hit with the throw. I would have done the same thing. And so a savvy heads up move there for Manny Machado. They stole a handful of outs there in that second inning, and it obviously paid off. Bogarts grounding into the fielder's choice. Machado scores. Merrill beats the throw to second. They don't get Bogarts, so he's on. Then David Peralta, 2-run double to right. Peralta, just an awesome story. I mean, the homer on Sunday, Freight Train is bringing it. Now a double. The fan base loves him. You can tell the club loves him. Just been a jolt of energy, and one of these guys that have just made this a really likable, fun team with guys that contribute and get things done up and down the order. Higgy, the sac fly. How cool would it have been if Higgy had gone yard again? And then Fernando Tatis Jr. blew the roof off the sucker. 2-run homer, his 4th in 5 games this postseason. He is en fuego. I mean, Tatis has been swinging the bat out of his mind. Obviously 2 bombs on Sunday, and now whenever he comes to plate, you're like, all right, what's he going to do this time? Is he going to do it again? Walker Buehler tries to get 94 by him. Good luck. Not the way Fernando Tatis Jr. is swinging the bat right now, and he's looking like peak Fernando Tatis Jr., whether it's like the 21 version, whatever you want to call it. He's been so good, so explosive. We know how he fuels this team, how he energizes this team, and to have that fear factor, now at the plate in that number 2 spot, just the way that he's swinging it, the way that he's gotten it going, the fun, the energy, the joy that he provides his team. The shot of Manny Machado after the Tatis homer going nuts in the dugout. Just another absolute nuke from Tatis. And what better way to punctuate a big inning than Fernando Tatis Jr. doing that? 6 runs come across, and it feels like they've got a stranglehold on this game. Didn't quite play out that way. Some anxious moments certainly to follow. Yes, great base running. Things tightened up shortly thereafter, as Seth mentions. Great game. Great to hear from you again. Appreciate that. I've got no fingernails left, but it was a fantastic game. Playoff baseball, man. That's what we come to expect. It's fun when you have a game like we did, like we got to enjoy on Sunday, where it's lopsided, it gets out of control. But this is what you come to expect. This is what we saw in Mets Phillies. What was that on Saturday? On Sunday. They had an absolute thriller, and Michael King gives up a few singles to Ohtani, to Betts, and to Freeman, and then the big swing to Teoscar Hernandez. 2 homers given up by Michael King. And I mean, how poetic is it for this game to start in such a similar manner to Sunday's, when Profar took back the homer from Mookie? Nobody could tell initially whether or not he had made the catch, and he did. And then Mookie sees Profar against the fence, starts to run through the infield again, thinking that Profar had made the grab. Was not the case. Early 1-0 lead for the Dodgers. Michael King, couple 2-strike sweepers that the Dodgers tee off on, and that's what made it a 6-5 game, a close game, closer than I think we expected it to be, especially right after that big inning. And man, so much happened today. I'm seeing a peacock emoji. Wow. I mean, what a day. What a day this was. The images from this game, the emotion, Giannis tweeting Fernando Tatis Jr. after the final out, just completely losing it. And yeah, Tatis put a peacock on his Instagram story. Of course, a reference to Ken Rosenthal. His piece in The Athletic today, talking about Manny being Manny, the sinister sling. Is that what it was? I can't remember. Um, and all the talk about Tatis peacocking Jerks and Profar being like a kid that pulled the fire alarm and said, "Who, me?" And now the peacock is going to become like the unofficial symbol of this Padres team and this Padres run. And funny to see Fernando Tatis Jr. embracing that. This is just amazing. It's amazing. I mean, everything that's gone on today. How bad does Dave Roberts and the Dodgers look after all that? After all that, complaining about what Manny Machado did or didn't do, saying that there seemed to be intent behind the throw, and you know, whatever he had to say about that. And then the videos start to come out, and you start to think, okay, this isn't really what they portrayed it to be, what they perceived it as. And Mike Schilt backing up his guys, backing up Manny Machado. That was good to see. You might have seen the image of those guys arm in arm. Schilt patting Machado on the back before the game. That was cool. Charlie Long in the chat, Sports Rap going to be off the hook. Yeah, I mean, don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but there's an opportunity for a Sunday Game 1 edition of Sports Wrap, whether it be at Petco Park or Citizens Bank Park. We will see. But again, getting way ahead of ourselves here. Mets with a 2-1 series lead. We could really relive 2022 with the Padres hosting the NLCS, having home field advantage if the Mets take down the Phillies, and they are also 1 win away with a chance to clinch it at Citi Field. So very, very interesting the way things have shaken out. AJ Cassaville, Dylan Cease is starting on short rest tomorrow in the potential Game 4 clincher. He's never done so in the big leagues. He quoted Cease saying, "I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I've never done it, but it doesn't really mean anything. That doesn't really mean anything to me. Doesn't mean I can't do it." And so love that attitude from Cease. The bro, Bernie Wilson. Shilty mentioned swag, and for good reason. This team is playing with crazy amounts of swag. Dave Roberts says they'll have a bullpen day tomorrow. So you would think advantage Padres from that standpoint. And just the wave of momentum. And it seemed like everybody at Petco Park, by the way, behave themselves, and it seemed like that would be the case. That they would not want to, they would let Dodger fans disgrace themselves and not do so in their own respect. And it seemed like everybody behaved. So that was good to see. I'm at the Padres parade in National City. And our friend John Conniff, I saw John replied to me on Twitter. I didn't have a chance to look at it, but I'm sure that's this is what he had mentioned. Go check out Matt Friars. Fantastic work that Matt Friars does throughout the year covering the farm. And John Conniff. By the way, Darnay, they traded one of the Szechuan for Tanner and Brian Hoeing. Yes, that was Robbie Snelling, was it not? Dylan Lesko for Jason Adam, and I believe Robbie Snelling for Tanner Scott. And I joked on Twitter that whatever they gave up, whatever the prospect capital was, it was worth it for Tanner Scott and his dominance of Shohei Ohtani alone. I mean, from I believe the last series in the regular season, and now Sunday, and again tonight. It's amazing. Tanner Scott, lefty on lefty. Ohtani just can't figure him out. and he has done a fantastic job of neutralizing Ohtani and doing so as best they can. 1 for 4 Ohtani today. Betts 2 for 4, so he's gotten going a little bit. Obviously had the homer. Freeman 1 for 4. But Shohei Ohtani, man, there's such a talk about a fear factor when he comes up to the plate, and having Tanner Scott in the back pocket to face him in those late innings, playing the matchups there. Schilt did that masterfully tonight, and Tanner Scott, he's got Ohtani's number, and that's great to see. And what they've managed to avoid, again, Jason Adam doing it in the 7th, going 1-2-3 for the 7-8-9, is avoid Ohtani coming up with guys on, which is where C struggled. And the team really, as a whole, struggled in their final meeting of the regular season. And that was big tonight in a close game to limit Ohtani's ability to do damage. And they were really, really, really good at that. Man, watching these videos of Tatis going deep, admiring his work, the towels, the crowd behind him erupting. Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, as Jeff Passan joked on Twitter, this is a big brother swing. And yeah, little brother's looking all grown up now. Isn't it amazing just like how long ago was it you felt like the Padres had to play a perfect game? Dodgers so fundamentally sound. Padres had to do everything perfectly to give themselves a chance, and things have kind of flipped, you know? Dodgers playing sloppy in the infield in the 2nd inning, given the Padres extra outs, extra opportunities. They take advantage, and then having that lights out bullpen to put it away. And just all the momentum from Sunday, even the controversy. If Dave Roberts was trying to kind of needle the Padres, get under their skin a little bit, a la Buck Showalter with the ear check with Musgrove, game 3 against the Mets, that obviously didn't work out. So far, this is not working out. And there is work to be done, as Fernando Tatis Jr. said in the post game on the broadcast. But, you know, this team has all the momentum. They've got the vibes on their sides. They've dealt with just all the different controversies and everything that happened from the fans on Sunday, handled the atmosphere today, handled a close game just beautifully. And credit to Mike Schill and credit to just the clubhouse as a whole with the way they've navigated a series. A lot has happened in this series, and none of it has seemed to impact them negatively. Fernando Tatis Jr. is playing out of his mind. From Bernie Wilson, Shilty on Bebo's power surge in the playoffs. He likes it. He's one of the many guys on our team that appreciates and enjoys the bright lights and embraces it. He's not trying to do too much, and he is doing a lot. Let me respond to a text message from Todd Strain as we juggle the TV side with the podcast side. Make sure to catch up with us on NBC 7 at 11 o'clock. We will have highlights. We will have a full recap. We will hear from the team. We've got a report from Todd Strain at Petco Park. And then ahead of game 4, if you're not going to be at Petco Park at 4, 5, maybe even the early moments of 6 before first pitch, we've got you covered on the pregame side as well. So make sure to check us out on NBC 7 for more Padres coverage. Graham Pauley, says John Conniff. Graham Pauley, one of the folks that got shipped off in that Tanner Scott trade, I believe. Oh man, Kyle now in on the chat. I'm fine playing the Dodgers, but with them having the best seed and the Mets having the worst, why didn't they play each other? They do not reseed, Kyle. They may have reseeded in the past. They do not reseed anymore. The bracket was locked in. 1 plays 4-5, 2 plays 6-3, and that's why it works out. And even John Conniff can agree that the Tanner Scott trade, very, very much worth it. And I would think the Jason Adam one as well. And that bullpen, which was the question for this team, a resounding answer. At least that's what we've had so far. Looks like there's a video of Tatis and Peralta waiting to get into the post-game presser, and they are interacting with fans in the concourse. I love it. The vibes are incredible. The relationship between fan base and club and players is incredible. It's just a beautiful thing to behold. And the reception before the game, the reception for Manny Machado, given all the controversy there, um, before over the last 24 or 36 hours, was really, really cool. I thought during the Braves series, like sometimes they'd start introductions and the crowd was kind of like three quarters, four fifths full. Like seemed like people were in their seats, locked in, ready to go, ready to boo the Dodgers as they did, full throatedly, and get the beat LA chants going as well. And I love it. I love it. I love it. What a blast this has been. What a blast tomorrow will be, to have a chance to close out the Dodgers for the second time in 3 seasons in the NLDS and move on to the NLCS once again to face either the Mets or the Phillies. So we will see how that goes tomorrow. But again, momentum, energy, vibes, all that. You think just mentally and emotionally, Dave Roberts said before the game, he felt like emotionally his team's at like the best place it's been. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how they're feeling now. Walker Buehler didn't seem like he was emotionally in a great place after that 6-run inning. Can't blame him. I might respond the same way if I get shelled in a big spot the way that he did. And now they are facing elimination with a bullpen game. Freddie Freeman on 1.5 wheels, and not looking great. Not looking great. While the Padres appear to be hitting their stride at a great time. I think the one thing, if you were to nitpick, is like those late innings, man. Sunday was a nice reprieve from that. I'd have to go back and look. I know people have thrown the stat out there, but the early innings, they have absolutely feasted. And then offensively, they slow down. And Buehler, to his credit, got them through a couple innings when it looked like the wheels were spinning a little bit. And so that's one thing that you need to kind of how do you address that? But that's one area where this team could improve. And if there's a reason for concern, it's like you might give a team a chance to kind of come back on you. And that's what made Sunday so fun. It was just relentless once the floodgates opened. Tonight was one of those games similar to the Braves series where they jump out early, which is great, get the momentum on their side, helps the pitchers settle in. But you certainly want to maintain that and not let a team kind of come back on them. And so avoided that tonight, which is great. But that's been a bit of a storyline. Let's see. Anything else? If you're in the chat, let me know how you're feeling. Probably just got a few more minutes left before I get back to the TV side of things. From Russell Dorsey, I got a chance to meet Russell, who does a great job for Yahoo Sports and MLB Network as well. Fernando Tatis Jr. on his 2-run homer in the second inning, I blacked out. And I don't think he was the only one. And if things go well tomorrow night, some other folks might black out as well. We'll see. The celebration's going to be hearty. Gaslamp, East Village, pretty much everywhere San Diego. It could be wild. Don't want to jinx anything, get ahead of ourselves, but it could be wild. Man, hey, Jeremiah Estrada as well. Jeremiah Estrada in the 6th inning, he was electric. So, it's easy to talk about that last 3. Jeremiah Estrada deserves a lot of credit for what he did. And Cronenworth got a hit. Good to see Cronenworth get a hit. Yeah, you guys pretty much in lockstep here. And he's been really, really good against the Dodgers. And he's such an important piece of the puzzle as well. But like up and down the order, man. Up and down the order, they've gotten things done. That wasn't the case on Saturday. Arise 0 for 4, Tatis 1 for 4 with a homer. Profar 1 for 4, Machado 2 for 4, Merrill 0 for 3, but got on base. He walked, scored a run. 0 for 4 night for Bogarts. Did drive in a run though with that fielder's choice. Peralta driving a couple runs and 2 hits for Jake Cronenworth. Higgy with the RBI as well. So again, feels like what you dealt with the Dodgers, where like there's no stress-free at bat. There's nobody that you're facing where you can kind of relax. It's what what's what the Padres got going on right now. Only 3 left on, and 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. You wish you had more opportunities with runners in scoring position. Again, going back to kind of the way things kind of slowed down after that second inning. But they had their opportunity and they made it count. And that's all. That's all you can ask for. Man, I'm running out of words to describe what we're seeing and what's going on right now. Electric, incredible, mind blowing, sensational. It's just been awesome to watch. Shout out to the Friar faithful, man. You deserve this. You deserve this for riding with this team through the thick and the thin. And now you get to enjoy nights like this. You get to enjoy a wild card series at home where you clinch. You get to enjoy a win over the Dodgers like this in front of just another packed house, sellout crowd, Gallagher Square, max capacity, the place going nuts, the towels, every roar. I mean, I heard that I was outside doing a TV hit, or right before a TV hit when I heard the Fernando Tatis Jr. home run, and you're like, yeah, I know what happened there. And as loud as it is outside, just the roars, that swell of noise, man. October baseball, it's a beautiful thing to behold. And Friar Faithful, what you're doing right now is a big reason why, because it's awesome. You've made this environment so incredible. More from Bernie Wilson. Bebo and Machado. Tatis and Machado's base running the 6-run second. Highest IQ in baseball. That's why Manny is Manny. That's Manny being Manny right there. That's Manny being Manny. High IQ baseball, whether it's defensively or on the base paths. He continues to get it done. Wow. So here we are. 2-1. Potential closeout game on Wednesday at Petco Park. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Hope everybody there is enjoying it. And of course, for Peter Seidler, enjoying every minute of this. No question about it. For Papa Pete. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. And I've been a fan since the 70s. Best team I have ever seen. And you've seen some teams, some pennant winners. Some teams go to the World Series. This team is special right now. This team is special, and it has a chance to do something even more special Wednesday or potentially Friday. 2 opportunities to win 1 game after a thrilling 6-5 victory in Game 3. Appreciate all of you for listening and for watching. Again, our numbers, in terms of what we do, have just been off the charts during this playoff run. And so it's been a blast, and we love having you along for the ride. You've made it really, really fun and just a cool thing to do. And so thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will be with you after Game 4 every night. We'll see. Planning on another YouTube stream after Game 4. Potential that there could be some TV responsibilities that interfere with us going live on YouTube. But we will have something that will end up on YouTube one way or another. But hopefully we'll be live with you again after Game 4, potential clincher for the Padres. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy it, Friar Faithful. What a ride it has been. And we will see you next time.